heartbreak songs. Oh! We back again. Look. I feel like there's a hidden gem. You know, I'll tell you guys a story about Amber Run I found. It's one of the most impactful songs I can say. I don't break this down, I will just let you guys understand. I used to listen to this song every single day. I didn't even think about heartbreak. I didn't even think about this song being something. I thought it was just a love song. Until one of the days I was actually listening to it, and I was like, hold on. Something's not adding up. Oh, brother, something's not adding up. So I started listening to it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I felt it. For the first time, I felt it. And it wasn't from a past relationship. I was like, whoa, it's hitting different. Because all other relationships, before that, I was just like, I like this song. This is a good song. This is a good romantic song. It's about love. It's about you, your girl, and all this and a third. It's not. Sorry, boy, for bubble. It's one of them. It's a heartbreak song. But I like to bring this to attention because I know some of you guys like listening to these heartbreak songs to feel some type of way. And a lot of times, I'm trying to bring the other light on what it's trying to shine. That's what I'm trying to do. So when you hear something like, I'll use you as a warning sign. What do you hear? Oh, brother, ow. I'm using my go. I'll use you as a warning sign. It hits. It hurts. The power. But this is what I'm trying to get so a lot of guys can understand. Yeah, these songs hurt and they make you feel. But the most important thing is the realization that comes to conclusion when you hear this is you didn't know that she was going to be the person that was going to dismantle the thought of love and relationship. That's what you was going through. Now you're looking at this situation and saying, hey, everything that I loved or everything that I thought that was pure, that I thought you wouldn't lie to me, that I thought that you wouldn't cheat on me, that I thought that you wouldn't just turn your back on me, it finally comes into fruition saying, hey, I'm going to use you as a warning sign. When I get into my next relationship, when I get into my next dating or adventure or anything, I'm going to use you as a warning sign. Because as soon as I see all those other signs, right, a lot of you guys miss those signs. You missed that she didn't care for you. You missed the signs where every time that you looked at her, she didn't really look at you when you was looking. She didn't really care for you. It hurts. Those eyes that looked at you, those kind eyes, you didn't know they weren't for you. It hurts. And I guarantee a lot of guys go through this and they're like, oh, I want to soak in my feelings and listen to this song. I feel deeply. I want you to understand there's the other side, right? Other side of heartbreak is understanding that there's the barrier of you didn't feel the heartbreak. You didn't even know that was real because you were with this person. Now you're using her as a warning sign to see that as long as I live, I won't overlook these things. And that's the nature. Most people get in relationships and they feel, okay, I'm going into this, freedom. And then smack dab, you hit and you actually don't know what's going on. But it's crucial for you guys to look at this and saying, hey, this isn't a heartbreak song. This is something that I'm going to level through. If somebody just broke your heart, they cheated, they did something that you didn't want, they left you, they didn't talk to you, they blocked you on everything, cool. It's okay to understand that now I can understand these are the characteristics, traits, that certain particular girls that I'm either attracting are going to have. And one of the most important things I tell you guys is like, stop, don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. The vetting period never stops. Just like how they're testing you, it never stops. So you need to be able to know that in the next time you get in a relationship, I'm going to understand, okay, those are red flags. Last time you waved those red flags and you twirled them, I see them. They're red. Hell yeah, they're red. That's what you was doing. I'm just happy to be here. I don't care. Now I need you to understand if you even touch a red flag, you need to be out of there. Because you get what you get, quite frankly. So the next one, I found love where it wasn't so close. I don't even know how to say that right. I'm going to say this. Oh, I'm going to say it right. Okay, my bad. I found love where it wasn't supposed to be, right in front of me. I tried to sing, it wasn't working. But I'm going to be honest with you. What's so pivotal about this is, one, I found love where it wasn't supposed to be, right in front of me. Oh, brother. I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, this is about her. I remember being like, dang, like, I found the person I liked. I really enjoyed her. I didn't know that I enjoyed her. Like, this person was perfect. And I'm like, I thought, I wasn't even looking for love, you feel me? But it was right there in front of me. She was right there in front of me. That's how I interpreted the lyrics. So many times I interpreted the lyrics. I'm like, damn, she in front of me. What was supposed to be? I used to look at it like that, but it's not. It's really a mirror for you. When you're looking at yourself, right? You're looking at yourself. And you get in those moments, and I'll lay it out. You come home, you get the text, you have the conversation, and you're sitting in your bed, it's dark, and you think to myself, like, dang, where did everything go wrong? And then you get to the mirror, you like break down, and you honestly can't even comprehend what's happening. You can't. And you're trying to see, and then it gets to a period of time where you keep looking yourself in the mirror, and you realize, I gave too much. I poured so much of me into somebody that was willing to just walk away from me because they didn't feel away from me. This is my problem a lot of times, and this is why a lot of guys are getting strayed or are getting misguided. we know as guys, we get conditional love. We don't get unconditional love. And I preach a lot of times, I tell people, like, hey, sometimes it's going to be moments where the love that you get is from God. It's from Jesus. It's from the Holy Spirit. That love is unconditional. Every man on earth gets that type of love. And once you understand that love, you can never be hurt again. I want to say this again. Once you understand that love, you can never get hurt again. Yes, your feelings you may feel some type of way, but you can overcome it because there's somebody that loves you even more than they loved you. Come on, there's somebody that loves you more than they loved you. And a lot of guys are blind because they're trying to figure out, how can I get this person to love me? How can I get this person to choose me and want me? And that's not the case. You don't have to be in a state of heartbrokenness because somebody didn't choose you or pick you. They're human. They're allowed to change their opinion. And I'm trying to tell you guys, like, that's the case. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want you to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going through it and I gotta keep going for this girl, keep going for this girl. It's okay. See, a lot of times people look at the situation and they're like, oh man, you look at yourself in the mirror and it's like, I needed that love. I needed to pour back into myself. I needed to stop giving that energy out. I needed to be that person. So now, as you're looking at this situation, you guys don't have to be heartbroken. I may be pointing at these heartbreak songs and this, that, and the third, but I want you guys to understand, you don't have to be heartbroken over anybody. I want you to dispel that biggest myth. The only person that you feel that you discredit yourself is yourself. You're not heartbroken over the relationship. You're not heartbroken over the girl. She wasn't this perfect girl. She wasn't an angel. She clearly showed you she was an angel. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to be heartbroken about none of this. You just have to be able to stand firm about who you believe. Like, I believe that when you look at yourself in front of that mirror and you start pouring stuff back into your mirror, you're going to become a better man. Point blank, period. Nobody has to, I shouldn't have to tell you that. You look at yourself and you said, you know what? It's okay. I thought that was the case. It's no longer the case. I'm going to move on. But we like to sit in these cases and sit in these moments and be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But it's okay to pour back into yourself because the love was always there in front of you. I just want you guys to understand that. And lastly, I'll use you as a makeshift gauge of how much to give and how much to take. It's a bar. It's a bar. I'll use you as a makeshift gauge of how much to give and how much to take. It is different. I promise you, I know, and I'm like, telling you, it is. There's a meter. That's love, no love. And that gauge is always ticking. And what's so powerful about this song, it isn't, and I keep iterating, like, I'm going over these heartbreak songs, and I'm saying these are good songs to listen to. Yeah, when you're going through it, it makes you feel it even deeper. But there's a lesson in all of this. You have to be able and come to terms that, you gave a little bit too much. And the reason I say I speak this from experience, I understand, like, I serve Yahweh, Jesus Christ. I serve Him, and when I know that type of love, I can give as much as possible. That's just what I truly believe. You can give and pour into whoever you want to. You can pour into your brother, you can pour into your family, you can pour into any person. I feel this. Some people don't, I feel it. Sometimes you can give so much and you can be taken advantage due to the fact of how you view a certain situation, how you perceive a certain situation, and that's cool. You feel me? But how I'm looking at it is, it's important to even have that, right? It's important to understand how much are you going to give? Because if I'm giving too much, are you taking me for granted? Or should I just pull back and only give you a little? And I'm going to speak on the road real quick. A lot of you guys that probably never been in relationships give a little bit too much. So in her mind, there's a scope of, she's not really intrigued on how much you're giving to. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, she's not going to give you, or she doesn't feel like she's working for your love. So it's already misguided, unrepresentative, because you're giving so much. And I want to displace this because we were taught to look at women as our princesses, our number ones, are the people we put on pedestal, and we should just praise them. We were taught that as kids, as young men, being like, hey, always take care of the woman. And we see it in our lives already, right? But we were never taught, man, sometimes you don't always have to give her everything she wants. We were never taught sometimes you don't have to be over here pleading for somebody that doesn't want you, right? And that's the thing that we are in strict trouble with. A lot of guys are seeing this is because we have to know how much are we going to give and how much are we going to hold back. We can't think with our pockets, right? We can't always think with how much money we have and try to give and try to make sure that she's happy because she just got this new product purse. It doesn't work like that. And there's so much in a relationship where we would be like, oh man, I'll be of service to you rather than she being of service to you. Both parties work both ways. So something that I really want you guys to understand, when you guys are listening to these songs and you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, that's Heartbreak song, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they make you feel your hurt even more. But I also want you to understand there's always an underlying theme that you're always going to hear with these songs. You have to see past that. You have to be able to be a man to see past like the hurt and the pain that you went through for a better version. So take these lyrics and understand, hey, if I got hurt, I'm going to use her and make sure that I'm not going to ever see those signs and close my eyes, right? If I ever get into the situation, I'm going to look and I'm going to pour back into myself. You're going to have to pour back into yourself, buddy. It's not good enough to just keep trying to pour into somebody that doesn't win. You have to pour into yourself. And you absolutely understand that at the end of the day, sometimes it's a give and take. And you have to be aware of giving too much of yourself and understanding that they don't even do the same thing for you. So believe it or not, class is closed.